Okay, so there are these three massive forces colliding right now, and they're about to change literally everything about how business gets done. In this explainer, we're pulling together some amazing insights from leaders at Hanhai, AWS, and Commonwealth Magazine to connect the dots between the AI revolution, the total rewiring of companies, and the unstoppable push for sustainability. And to really get a sense of the speed we're dealing with, just listen to this from Hanhai's NY Lee. It's just wild. This hammers home the point that the old rules of slow, gradual change, they're totally gone. We're living in an era of time-warping speed that demands a completely new way of thinking. To make sense of it all, we're going to break it down. First up, we'll dive into what this new AI revolution actually is. Then, we'll see how it's forcing companies to rebuild from the inside out, and what that new partnership between humans and machines really looks like. We'll also get into the big why behind all this. That's the sustainability trend. And then wrap up with, what this all means for you. So let's jump right into the heart of it. This is where things get really interesting. We're moving way beyond an AI that just thinks or talks to an AI that actually does stuff. And that's a fundamental game-changing shift. Just look at this timeline. I mean, the leap we're in the middle of is just staggering. AI's ability to do real work is growing at an incredible rate. We're talking tripling its capability every few months. So think about it. We went from AI doing tiny, simple things just a couple years ago to, very soon, it being able to handle what a human does in a full 40-hour work week, all on its own. And this is the crucial difference, right? We've moved on from basic chatbots. We're now in the age of agentic AI. This isn't a machine that just gives you an answer. No, this is a machine you can say, hey, plan a 3-day marketing event in London, find and book the venue, and go ahead and draft the first round of invitations. It can actually run with complex, multi-step projects, check its own work, and tweak things until it hits the goal. So, you've got this technological tsunami heading your way. How are companies even supposed to respond? Well, a change this big means you have to fundamentally rewire how you operate, and, just as importantly, figure out a new way to support your people through all of it. To handle the very real anxiety that comes with this stuff, the speaker from Hanhai talked about this AWARE framework. And this isn't just some corporate checklist, it's a critical roadmap for leaders. It really drives home the point that you can't just parachute this technology into a company. You have to start by acknowledging the fear and end by empowering your people to be the ones who build this new way of working. And if you want to see what this rewiring looks like at an insane scale, just look at Amazon. The speaker from AWS pointed out that they're already using over 1 million robots in their own fulfillment centers. This isn't some future vision. It's a massive real-time operation they're running today to solve their own huge challenges. But this rewiring isn't just about robots and processes. It's about people. In fact, it's creating brand new jobs that, frankly, didn't even exist a couple of years ago. And this shift is giving rise to a totally new role, the agent manager. I mean, look at the difference here. Their job isn't about managing people's schedules anymore. It's about directing a team of powerful AI agents. The focus completely flips from organizing human talent to squeezing every last drop of value out of the machines. But here's the kicker, and this is maybe the most powerful insight of all. The best people for these new jobs, they aren't necessarily the ones with PhDs in computer science. They're the people who already know the business inside and out. The customer service pro, the logistics coordinator, the financial analyst. It's their deep on-the-ground knowledge, plus a curiosity to just try things, that's the real golden ticket here. But okay, why is all this massive internal change happening in the first place? It's not in a vacuum. A huge piece of the puzzle is the third tectonic shift, the global push for sustainability. And this isn't just some feel-good side project. It's a core business reality that's creating massive pressure and even bigger opportunities. The speaker from Commonwealth Magazine really put it best. You can forget all the political noise, just follow the money. The value of sustainable assets around the globe is on track to hit nearly $34 trillion. Wow, this is not a niche market. This is where serious long-term money is going. And this is exactly why this trend isn't going anywhere. It's not just about government rules. It's a cycle that feeds itself. You have corporate promises creating their own gravity, climate risk becoming a real financial problem, customers demanding it, and, maybe most importantly, the companies that jump on this first are gaining a huge competitive advantage. So we've got these three massive shifts. Agentic AI, the rewiring of companies, and this irreversible sustainability trend all hitting at the same time. The big question is, what should you be doing about it right now? Well, the advice here is super practical, and it all boils down to one thing. You can't just sit on the sidelines. For individuals, it means you got to get your hands dirty every single day. Don't just ask AI simple questions. Give it a real task that would take you hours and see what happens. And for leaders, it means you have to be the one out in front, leading this charge personally, and framing it not as a threat, but as a tool to make your people even better. And I want to leave you with this fantastic analogy from AWS's Dee Wang. It's so true. Look, you need milk, but you don't need to go out and buy a pasture and raise your own cows. The same thing applies here. You should be using these incredible tools to solve your specific business problems. Focus on the application, not on building the whole complicated thing yourself. So at the end of the day, it all boils down to this one critical question. This isn't a conversation about some far-off future. This isn't theory. These shifts are happening today. Your competition is already making these moves. The only question left is, are you ready?